Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Q. You know who know. Back with another video. I think I'm gonna kick it with your boy Q today. I got another Q's features for y'all guys. So a lot of y'all like these videos that I did last time I did it with Joey. Y'all saw his Ram 2500. So we got another one today, guys. And if you want more videos like this, a lot of y'all probably don't know this. I got a whole playlist of features I have done in the past. I did a Jeep before. I've done a Chevy before. I've done a GTR. And that's the one I hate that really didn't get any view because it was a really good video. I got to drive it. We did a launch, like in the dead stop launch control launch. So y'all definitely go check out the playlist, man. I put a banner right there for y'all go see those because they're there. Yeah, we had to do another feature and actually another Ram, man. So where all my Ford people at, man? I got a Ford channel and haven't got a Ford person on here yet. So we about to get ready to head over here in a bit, but before we do that, you already know, let's get y'all a cold start, baby. Sheesh, that's so loud, bro. All right, so what's up, guys? We finally made it to our destination, so y'all can see right here behind me, we got a beautiful truck. But before we get to the truck, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce Michael, right?
Yes, sir.
Michael. So Michael, what's up? Nice to meet you, man. So me and Michael met, actually, no, we just drove by each other one day.
We drove by each other.
Yeah, on the way home. Actually, I ain't gonna lie, I thought you were trying to race me. I looked up and I just seen this truck behind me. I like, damn, this guy trying to race. He hit me up. He was like, hey, bro, we live close to each other.
Yeah.
And then we just started talking. And then I asked him, did he want to come on the channel? He said, sure. So I appreciate you coming out here. It's hot today, guys. He out here. We got here early and it's hot, but he came out to show his truck. Let me ask you a question, man. Have you always been Dodge? Always been a Dodge? Or why not Chevy Dodge? Or, I mean, Ford. Why Dodge?
This is my second Dodge. I had an 08 and it was lowered real low. Literally a fleet truck. So it had the black bumpers, black grill, and then I changed all that to the sport stuff. So I paint match everything on everything I have. So it took me a long time to get that because, you know, we were new parents at the same time. So it took me a long time to get that one where it was. And then I traded that for an F-150.
Oh, so you had a Ford before?
An 03 F-150 that was supercharged. It was a Harley Davidson.
Oh, damn,
and, I spent reckless amounts of money on that trying to make it fast and look good. We ended up talking about wanting to buy a house out in Forney. I was like, well, I only own one thing outright that we can put a down payment with. So I sold the truck and I was without it for about a year. Okay. And then finally, the day that we signed on our house, I was like, I'm buying a truck. I was like, I'm done. I'm tired of driving around, and my wife had a Mustang at the time. Oh,
a coupe? Oh, well, of course. Duh, look at me, guys. Dummy. A coupe Mustang, yes. Only
we had 2 kids, and we were carpooling back and forth because she worked in Dallas, I worked in Plano at the time. And then the kids stayed in Rockwall.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were carpooling for 11 months.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm tired of this. The day we signed on our house, I went and bought this truck, and I was like, I'm not leaving without something. So.
Right.
But it was worth it. I mean, we got our first house.
Okay.
And I wouldn't change it for the world, man.
Gotcha. And so I got the house, you went and got a truck. Is this a truck?
This is it.
This is a truck.
I bought it brand new in 2015.
Oh, really? So what year? So it's 2015?
Yes, sir.
2015. What trim is it?
It's a sport level.
Sport level, okay.
So it's got the leather and the mesh on the inside.
Okay.
Leather wrapped steering wheel. Okay. I just wanted a sport because I had to have the hood and color match bumpers.
Oh, so the hood
was my only thing.
So the hood and color match bumpers came with truck. Okay. Actually, this is a very sick hood, bro. I'm gonna be honest. This is a very dope hood. Were door handles matched too?
The door handles were matched. Yeah. Just the mirror caps
were black.
They were white, but everything else was black.
Oh, okay. Like this part right here was black? Okay, I got you. But looking at the grill.
So that's a 2018 model Sport.
Okay, I'm about to say the grill don't look 2015.
No. Yeah. So like everybody, you know, you're not paying attention one day, you run into the back of somebody, and the next thing you know, you got to replace the bumper and the grill's broke. So like I said, I work in a body shop. So insurance paid for me this nice, expensive grill.
Was it already white? You had to get it painted yourself?
No, so it actually comes primer. Okay. Or bare plastic. Okay. And I had it painted up. Okay. And the letters and all that stuff had to be painted.
Gotcha. So you work at a body shop. Did you do it yourself?
One of my painters did. Okay. I'm a service advisor, so you just toss them a little bit of cash and some beer, man. They paint whatever you want.
That's what I'm talking about, man. All right, so some things you say I noticed. You say you have supercharged Harley Davidson. Yep. And now this is a V8, and this thing sounds stupid, guy. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. You been a V8 guy?
The whole time.
Whole time?
Yeah, I got to have that rumble. Leading up to buying a truck, I looked at the Ford F-150s, and I looked at the GMCs, which were stupid expensive at the time. Yeah. And the only thing that they had available with the Fords was the 3.7 V6 twin turbo. And I was like, I don't
the
know about all
3.5
that.
the 3.5 V6. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I like the rumbles.
Yeah.
And I went to the Dodge dealership and they had this one because I wanted white. I've always had white except for my F-150. It was black.
Okay.
I don't know, just white. I like white.
You like white? So
Rick
white.
Ross.
White on white. That cocaine with Ross. So
Yep.
we talked about VA. Let's go into performance.
Sure.
I know you got something done to this thing. When I pulled up,
Yeah.
it sounds crazy, bro.
A little bit.
So what do you got done to this thing performance-wise?
So it is a stock bottom end 5.7 Hemi. I have ported heads, ported intake manifold. It's got a Texas Speed, a cam, a Hellcat throttle body, cold air intake, of course. It's got V6 electric fans in it. American Racing long tube headers. It's got a 4,000 stall in it, so it'll put you back.
What's a 4,000 stall?
So basically, it puts you in the power band whenever you stomp on it.
Oh, okay. So it's like brake boosting, I guess? Kind of like brake boosting? Okay. I think I know you're talking about. My friend Buddy had that in his Camaro. Where it would, yeah. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. And then you said, you said some bottom end? What you said?
It's a stock bottom end, so basically just the pistons and the rods and the crank are all stock.
Okay.
But it's got ported heads.
Okay.
It's a camshaft that was spec'd out by my tuner, Flying Ryan.
So you are
out
tuned.
of Houston, yes.
Flying Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Out of Houston. Headers, cam, this full bolt on basically.
Oh yeah, full bolt on.
Full bolt on.
Had it cracked open twice now. This is now my third iteration of this motor build. So,
what?
Yeah, the first one, Hemi, you get better. Yeah. It dropped the lifter and it ate a big groove in the cam.
Ah, okay.
So I had to cam it first. On the first go around, built it myself in the body shop, which I was a body man.
Yeah.
I'm not a mechanic. I should have just sent it to somebody. But I was like, I can do it. It's not a big deal. That lasted about a year.
Okay.
And then I was racing a tuned, and it was a built dually. It had to been.
Yeah.
'Cause he was fast.
Yeah.
And we were racing, and then the truck just shut off, locked up the motor.
Oh.
And so I was like, man, well, got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
So I pulled out all the stops, and I got with my tuner.
Yeah.
He sent me a new cam, and then I got with a guy named Matt Fycak. He owns Mo's Performance out of Houston, and they actually had a motor built ready to go.
Okay.
Out of one of their race trucks. So
Nice.
I was like, I'm done. That's mine.
So that's what you got in here now?
Yep. So I went out to Houston, bought it, carried it back in my buddy's truck.
Yeah.
I took it to a buddy of mine that actually put it all together and did better than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
With the build, and it's just been flawless ever since.
So how much horsepower and torque you making with?
So it's never been on a dyno.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
The motor, whenever it was in the other truck, it was good for 11.3 and a 4x4. Huh? And the quarter
1,000?
pound. No. Oh, 11.43 in the quarter mile. Down the drag strip. Sorry.
Okay,
No.
I thought he meant 1,000 horsepower. I was like, say, wait, what? Okay,
Yeah.
in the quarter mile. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it went 11s in the quarter and a lowered crew cab, same trim.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can do that.
Yeah,
I can deal with that.
Nice. Are you on E85 tune or 93 tune?
93 tune.
93, okay.
Ryan, he knows his stuff. He does only Hemis, and he was able to nail it down, and it's been a beast.
Talking dollars, how much you think you got into performance, just performance alone, if you had to just take it around?
With everything, all the motors and everything, probably 20 grand.
Dang, 20K.
Yeah.
That seems to be the going rate, guys. If you look at it, I'm telling you, I got about 20K, and I ain't even got this much performance done to it. Like, that's insane, dude.
Yeah,
So-
the last motor, it was about 11, getting everything
11K?
put back together with the motor and everything, yeah.
So my guy ain't playing around, man. That's a good amount of money in performance, man, for sure. I know you say you got a lot of performance done to the truck. Are you re-geared at all?
Not re-geared just yet. The guy that built my motor, I've got an appointment with him next weekend to get my 392s and my locker thrown in. Okay. That way I can get these 15 wides rolling. These factory 321s don't do the trick.
So how about say you're on factory 321 gears and you're going to 392 gears. Okay. How much if re-gearing is gonna cost you? Do you know?
So I've already bought the gears. I bought the locker a long time ago. Just the locker alone was $600, I think. And then the gears, I want to say that they were factory gears, so I want to say they were $800 or something like that.
Not too bad. So is it the labor that's gonna be the kicker, or is it not that? Is not the?
I mean, it's not too bad. The guy that built my motor, I've been friends with him for years. He just opened up a shop out in North Richland Hills called Homebrew Customs. Okay. And he takes care of this truck for me. So
Really?
he gives me a pretty good hookup there.
Good. I thought re-gearing, guys, that's what I was getting at. I thought it was like somewhere around, I heard like $4,000 to re-gear.
It can be.
Okay.
If you want to get the good gears with good
Yeah.
axles and stuff like that, it can get pretty pricey.
Yes, re-gearing, if you can do it, I definitely recommend it. 2 years ago, I would have said, nah, it's cool. But now, feeling it, it will help the re-gear. What about exhaust? What do you got on this thing as far as exhaust, man?
So it
sounds nasty.
It's got American Racing long tube headers, 1 3/4, 2.5 inch true duals all the way out. We won't talk about if it's got catalytic converters or not. It's got an X pipe. It's got Borla Attack mufflers that are dumped underneath the bed.
Gosh, and this thing is freaking, it sounds insane. I hope when you was doing some flyby, I hope the wind didn't cut out the sound, because this thing sounds ridiculous. But I'm gonna give y'all a clip right here so y'all can hear the way this thing sounds. So we talked about performance, bro. So now let's talk about wheel tire setup. Let's start the wheel tire.
So the wheels and tires are the Archon Mandelas. They're 24x14.
Okay.
Tires are the Venom Power, the RT Plus.
Okay.
1550 wide on 35s.
1550s on 35s, bro. So let me ask you 2 questions. So I hear a lot of people running the Venom MTs. I mean RTs. You like them? Do you like them?
They're not too bad. They can be kind of a pain to get balanced out. They do shake a little bit.
Yep.
So you got to road force balance them, so you got to spend a little bit more money to get them done.
Okay. You say road force balance?
Yeah, so
What's
what
that?
they do is when they put it on the balancing machine, it has another arm that comes down and it puts pressure on it, so whenever they spin, it puts the weight on it.
Okay. So it's a little tougher to balance the Venom MTs, is what you're saying. Like how many miles you got on them?
I'm gonna say probably 15,000 miles on these.
Okay, okay.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
I mean, they're fairly quiet.
Yeah. And
for a cheap tire, I mean, it's pretty good.
Right, and they make they make pretty decent. So I like how wide their tires are and aggressive they are. So you said this is the 15.5. So you use on the 14 wide, so you got pretty good coverage too.
Yeah.
From your wheel, you're not sticking out or stretching at all.
No, I don't like the stretch look. I like the big square look, and plus I hit curbs, so it kind of helps a little bit, but they're not perfect, obviously. I'm thinking about swapping to the new Fury MT2s here shortly. They came out with a new tread pattern. I like it. It looks aggressive. So.
Really? Fury is hot. Fury, Venom. Fury is hot for like the bigger wheels. So, you know, like you said, 15 wides. I think I seen somebody with a 16.5. I'm not sure if it was Fury or Venom. It was a 16.5 on something. It was freaking ridiculous. Massive. But I like that, like you said, I like that square look, guys. And I told y'all about that before, that nice square looks look really good on the truck. And then you said Archon. So we already know Archons, you said Mandelas? Or Archons runs a very aggressive RC at -81. But I know we was talking earlier, you said you weren't really, you happy with them. But
I'm happy with them, but the powder coat leaves a lot to be desired. It pits up real bad. I'm going to end up getting them redone here shortly. But it's just a logistic thing. So you got to take these tires to an off-road shop, get the tires mounted and balanced, and then you got to take them off, bring them over to my shop where the powder coat guys come pick it up, and then they fix them, and then they bring them back to you. So it's a logistics issue. So I'm just trying to wait till I can have the truck be done, because I daily it every day. Yeah.
Oh, so I was about to say you daily this.
Oh yeah.
I saw we were about to make a U-turn. I saw you kind of swing it wide.
Yeah.
Do you rub? Are you rubbing?
I don't rub anymore, but I did. I actually end up having to pie out the pinch welds that go behind the fender.
Where is that at?
It'll be right here. So I had to end up cutting them and hammering them flat so it wouldn't hit there. Okay. And then you can see the bumper had to be cut.
Gotcha. And you're not rubbing at all anymore? Dang. So dealing with 14s, how is it?
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
With the suspension setup that I have now, coupled with the 35s, you know you're riding in a lifted truck, but it doesn't feel like a lifted truck. Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, around here, do you go to sometimes the way I go them back roads?
Yeah.
It can get pretty rocky back there, man.
It's rough back there. The only other thing that I can say is it puts a lot of stress on the hubs.
Puts
a lot of stress on the hubs.
He took the words out of my mouth. That's why I'm worried about it right there. So have you had to replace the hubs?
3 times. Since putting 14 wides on. Yeah, once a year. And usually it always happens right after a freeze.
What?
Yeah. Because, you got a fast truck, I got young kids. Yeah. You know, they got big open parking lots like this, and it's icy. They want to go do donuts and stuff. Yeah. So I'm a kid at heart, so I got to make it happen.
That's cool. That's cool, man. So you had to place your hub 3 times.
Yep.
How long have you had the 14s on here? You've done it 3 times already? Like years, months?
2021.
So every year, basically, you said?
Pretty much, yeah. I literally just replaced the whole front suspension on this thing just recently, and I had heavy duty hubs put in that are supposed to be better than the factory because I went back factory twice now.
Okay.
And then I put heavy duty ones on. They've been doing really good.
How much that cost, hubs, if you had to?
Well, I get a pretty steep discount for factory stuff at the body shop. I want to say they were like $150 a piece, but those last go around they were $400 a piece.
Because you got the heavy duty ones.
You got the heavy duty ones.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Man, see, and that's why I've been talking to a lot of guys who run 14s, and they just be like, yeah, you're gonna rub, yeah, hubs. It's just it's just different world, man, going wide.
It's the price you pay to be cool, man.
Y'all heard about it. It's the price you pay. You got to play. I always say that you got to play. You got to pay to play, man. You really do. So let's talk about suspension. What you got? What size lift and some of the work you said you done?
So it's a 6-inch Pro Comp.
Okay.
I've got Fox 2.5 Resi shocks, and they're dual adjustables.
Nice.
The zone off-road upper control arms, and then they're just factory lower control arms.
Gotcha.
I want to say it's about a 6 to 7 inch lift in the front.
Gotcha. And you're not rubbing. This is a pretty beefy, big upper control arm, man.
Yeah.
I think it's beefy as heck.
Yeah, I kind of went with them just because they build everything, they overbuild everything.
Yeah.
Zone off-road does. So that was what I wanted. Because I do drive, like you said, on those rough roads, going out to work every day.
Gotcha.
And I just want to make sure that I don't run into another failure like I did with the factory stuff.
Right. How you like the Fox? How you like it ride?
I mean, they're worth the money.
They're worth the money, yeah. When I put my coilovers on there, definitely upgraded. Definitely upgraded the ride quality for sure.
Yeah, because I had spacers for years, man.
Oh, you ran spacers too?
Yeah, because it was just the 6-inch spacer that came with it.
Oh, you talking about the spacer lift kit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it rode good. I had the Bilstein 5100s where you can go up to like 2.8. And it rode decent, but it's nowhere close to a coilover.
Nice, man.
So I would definitely recommend spending the extra money.
Exactly. I say spend the extra money too. A lot of y'all reach out to me actually, hey, is it worth it to get the coilovers? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. To be running this wide and the tires, and it's worth it, man. Your wife and lady will thank you. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Not only you got some work done in the front, you say you got some rear suspension work done as well?
Yep.
So what you got done back here?
Well, the reason I stuck with Pro Comp is because they keep all the factory geometry, keep it true.
Yep.
And that's the only one that actually allows you to keep the factory warranty on the suspension.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, because it drops the lower control arms and stuff down, keeps all the stuff straight so you don't have to worry about sway or, binding up the rear axles or anything like that. Okay. So I did that, and then core 4x4, control arms, pan hard bar, and then the sway bar links.
Okay.
And I've got a Hellwig sway bar, so it corners like a sports
good.
car.
You don't get a lot of body roll at all? Gotcha. So for their knowledge, what's the purpose? Everything you just named, what's the general purpose for that?
Just to basically beef up the suspension, man. Better to overbuild it than not build it enough.
Facts.
So with it having everything done with the motor, I want to kind of mitigate any kind of failures that I can in the rear, because if I do a hard launch, I don't want the axle to wrap and break something.
Gotcha. I'm gonna be honest with you, so far, your truck looks good, has performance, but you also took an extra step to ensure the performance and the longevity, durability of it too, man. Like, I like the stuff you've done. Because some people that, like me, there's no big tires on there. We don't do any performance suspension upgrade, just keep everything factory, and you run into issues. So, but for you, I know you taking the appropriate steps. And I also see, I always forget, Rams are coil springs, and Fords are leaf springs in the rear. I was looking at, I'm like, where are your leaf springs at? And I forget. I'm like, y'all got coil springs in the rear. You think about putting bags on here at all or anything?
I thought about it, but I mean, there's a couple companies, but they only offer a rear bag kit. I mean, it would look cool if I just be able to raise and lower the rear, but I want to be able to do both front and back if I'm going to do it.
Gotcha.
With all the power and stuff like that, because I plan on going bigger and better in the motor eventually. I might just end up keeping it coils and just running it till it gives out and fixing the next thing.
Okay. You say you had a different bumper on here too.
Yeah, so that's a 25 diesel bumper, 2500 diesel bumper.
Nice. Let me take a look at this thing, man.
I don't like the exhaust cutouts coming out the rear. So I just want it to be a nice, smooth, clean look. I'm a real big fan of making it look like it's supposed to come from the factory that way. Chip Foose kind of nailed that down for me. So OEM plus, if you will.
So guys, this basically, he don't have a exhaust coming like out the side of mine. The exhaust coming out here is up in here. It looks clean. I see what you're saying. It looks very nice and clean. I was asking, do you do a lot of towing at all? Or
I don't tow. Okay. This is the pavement princess at its best, man.
I'm glad you can mention that, guys, because we hear that crap. I'm not sure how much you hear that.
Oh yeah.
Pavement princess, pavement princess. I like, yes, I know. That's what I want my truck to be.
It's not a work truck.
It's not a work truck.
I mean, every once in a while I'll go play in the mud, but it does not tow it. Especially with the 4000 stall. It'll put too much stress on the transmission, so it's not meant to tow.
It's not meant to tow, guys. So he don't tow this truck. Not everybody has to tow with their truck, man. Y'all get that. Stop saying that. It bugs the crap out of me, man. It's like everybody who has a Raptor goes off-roading. They don't. I see more Raptors in the city than on dirt, you know? All right, bro, so the next thing, your tent. I noticed when I pulled up, it's dark as hell.
Yep,
like,
gotta have my dark tent.
Dark, like, is this a Ram thing or, no, I'm kidding. Because the Joey, he had his tent look very similar, it was just pitch black. So what's the tent setup on it? Let's start with the sides.
It's a limo on the sides and the back. I don't want anybody to be able to see inside, man. You don't know what's going on inside.
You don't know what's going on.
And then it's 35 on the front. With it being white, just makes it look extra dark.
It does. I'm about to say, dude, it looks like 20.
Yeah.
It looks like 20 on the front. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really, really dark. It's not layered or double five, just 5%.
It's just 5%. It's got factory tint on the rears.
Yep.
So that makes the rear obviously look darker than the front. But
right.
I'm happy with it.
Man, yeah, it's dark. And you say you got 5% on the back
on
here as well?
On the back as well.
Your 5% look darker than mine, bro. I don't think I got 5. They may have gypped me, bro. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know because it's white or what, but this thing is like super dark. Let me ask you, how's it driving at nighttime? A lot of guys ask me, Q, how's it at night? Everybody wants to know at night.
So the windshield's not bad, but I back in my driveway, and if I'm making a turn, I've got to roll the windows down to make that turn.
Yeah, I agree with that, guys. Like, looking at the windshield with the headlights, it's not bad. It's, like you said, it's the curves, making no left-handers.
Yep.
You know, I always tend to roll down my window or take the turn super wide.
Yep.
You know, that's just kind of how I do it, wide. Headlights, taillights, you done anything?
So those are the factory heads and tails. The headlights, I did those. I pulled them apart.
Oh, they're not factory?
They are factory.
Oh, they're factory?
Yeah, they came that way. They were black originally.
So you're saying the housing here was black?
Yeah, the inside of these was black where it's all white.
Okay.
I pulled them apart because we were slow at work one day. I had my painter spray them up for me.
Okay.
And then I put all the stuff back together and sealed them up, and that's what I was left with.
They look nice. They look really good. And what about tails? I know you said tails too.
So the tails are factory as well.
Okay.
They're factory LEDs. Like I said, you just get bored at work and then you pull them off and be like, hey man, can you make my dream a reality? So I just had them tint them, and then they put the white stripe around it.
Gotcha. Oh, so this right here, the white stripe around there is just, oh, that's nice. How many miles do you got on this thing?
I'm creeping up on 170,000 on this
170K.
Just on the body. The motor's got about 30,000 on it.
Okay. Got any rock light, wheel light kit?
Not yet. It's one of those things, it's on the list. I'm gonna do wheel lights and rock lights. I'm thinking about doing 20 all the way around and then doing the wheel lights.
Nice.
Because I want it to look like a spaceship at night.
Yeah, it's gonna look good too, man. This will look good with some lights on it. It looks good without it, honestly. Something just caught my eye. You got slotted rotors on here?
I do.
Nice. So, and that's another thing, guys. The braking, like with the big wheels and tire, heats them up pretty good.
Heats them up bad.
And my brakes feel squishy, man. You know, but with these, I'm guessing you've seen improvements.
Keeps them cool, especially if you have a hard brake, especially here in Dallas. You got to be able to stop big wheels and tires with it being lifted. But it definitely helps. I got EBC brake pads.
Okay.
I forget the brand of the rotors, but they help a lot.
Gotcha. So EBC brake, I'm guessing that's a upgraded brake pad, not over factory?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm telling y'all, when I got my truck, bro, I was just kind of just like lift it, drive it. But now I'm realizing like everything you done to basically support the mods you done, you done it right, man. Like the brakes and the upgraded suspension, the hubs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You done it right. So that's why your truck is 2015, you said?
Yes, sir.
It looks good. First of all, like it doesn't even look like a 2015, but it's lasted you a long time because he's taking the right steps to do it right, guys. It may cost, it may take some time, but you know, that's part of it. Do you got any steps on here?
I do. I got amp steps. Funny story about those. With me working in a body shop, I actually got those for free off of a total truck.
Yeah.
And I got to get a shout out to my wife. She's she wants to make sure nobody sits in her seat.
Guys, this is badass wife only. That is dope. That is amazing, bro. Shout out to your wife too for letting you come here today.
She's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Especially you have to, I hate to say it, some of y'all, a lot of y'all ask me, I don't know if you get this, like, how's your wife allow you to spend money on your truck? I'm like, you know, the fact that you got a wife who's cool with it and understands that this is your passion, this is what you do, you know, it really makes it easier to kind of do some of this stuff.
She likes it after the fact, after I spend the money, but it's talking about the money that she doesn't like so much. So.
Right. That's always the thing, man.
Once it's done and she finds out what it's going to look like, she ends up being okay with it because she likes to be able to, she likes driving it too, so.
Oh, does she? Are you worried about her driving it?
No, she's actually a better driver than I am. Man, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, my wife took my truck one time to work. Her Jeep wasn't working.
Yeah.
Dude, I was nervous all fucking day.
Oh, I mean, I get nervous. Don't get me wrong. It's because like if it's gonna get messed up, I want to be the one to mess it up.
Right. You know,
and because it's just one of those things. Even if your friend's driving it and it gets messed up, you're gonna be mad at your friend.
You are.
Like, well,
you know, and I felt bad. I'm like, you know, I know if she messes up, I can't blame her because it's not something she drives every day. Exactly. But I was nervous. But she didn't mess it up, baby. Watch it. She didn't mess it up. She got it back home safe. Any future plans for the truck?
Obviously, I'm gonna go bigger on the motor. I'm looking at a supercharger, maybe swapping the whole engine out.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna do like little appearance mods here and there, rock lights, wheel lights.
Okay.
Obviously, next weekend I'm doing the gears.
Okay.
Other than that, there's not really much else.
With that being said, you got a lot of work into it. You care for it, I can tell. Would you ever sell it to go up to a 2500 diesel or anything like that?
I'm probably not gonna sell it.
Okay. Oh, you would just keep it?
Yeah, I've got a 14-year-old at home. He's coming up on wanting to start driving.
Nice.
And he might end up inheriting this.
Ooh.
So I've got to be judicious on what I do to the motor.
Yeah.
If I actually end up deciding to make it go faster, or I just leave it like it is.
Gotcha. Man, if he get this, he gonna be, dude.
He's gonna.
Oh my God.
He's gonna run the parking lot.
He is gonna run the parking lot, man. It's like pick which one you want. Which girl you? I'm kidding. Let's cut that out. Beep. Eventually, you do want to go up and get.
I'm looking at a Cummins.
Cummins. Okay.
Probably going to end up doing a Cummins just because I like the interiors, I like the exterior. It's kind of a timeless look.
Okay.
But I've also been looking at the GMCs and Chevys and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because their interior trims are starting to come up a lot.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's where you spend most of your time. It's probably going to end up being a Cummins.
Okay. You know who impressed me lately? I'm not gonna lie. The 2024 Chevy. And the Toyota, the new Toyota 2020, the Tundra.
The Tundras look good
They
too.
look good. The interior, because that's always my biggest drawback with the Toyotas and Tundras. It's the interior. It just looks so outdated with the orange lights. It looked terrible. But now they made some pretty good changes. And as well in the 2024 Chevy, they have too. With that being said, bro, I appreciate you coming on. I like to keep it positive and things like that. Share one quote, motivation, something that you heard that kind of inspires you or to build and something like that. What you got?
I mean, besides just building it to how I like it, I mean, obviously us being enthusiasts and stuff, you want to keep the passion alive because I don't know about you, but I came from being a small kid playing with Matchbox cars and, you know, building models and making them how you want it.
Yeah.
And whenever, you know, if a kid, you know, you see them looking at your truck and they want you to rev it or, you know, do a burnout or whatever, do it for the kids, man, because you want to keep the passion alive. Yeah. Because you were once that kid. Yep. It's just fun to keep them happy and, you know, motivate them to want to do something like this.
Yeah, it is, man. And it's funny you say about doing it for the kids because, like, when I drive my truck, I'm pretty sure as well as you, going through the parking lot, you see the kids pointing to their parents, like, look. Sometimes I give them a train horn blow, but it's pretty freaking loud. I wait till I get, like, out in the distance, I'll give them a honk. But yeah, it is cool to see the kids smile. Not even just kids, like, just grown adults.
Grown adults, people, man.
Yeah, they just love it, man. Like, when you really see it and truly appreciate it, you know, a lot of people just probably looking at the truck, they're like, oh, he just got wheels and tires on him, you know? But then talking to you now.
They got something bad to say about it because you know, negative mentality. They're just like, oh, well. You know, he probably got something going on with his manhood. And like, that's not really the case.
I know, man.
I like the truck, and I wanted to make it mine.
And that's exactly what you've done, man. So you got a beautiful truck, man. Again, thank you for coming on, sharing with me.
I appreciate you having me, brother.
Oh, no problem, man. Appreciate it, Dan. I'm glad you came on. So y'all be sure to go follow him on Instagram. I didn't put it up there, but it's right here. I'll make sure to go follow. I'll put it on there for y'all to go see it. Go check him out. Again, thank you for coming out. We got lucky with the weather today, though, bro.
I know.
We got a lot of cloud coverage, guys. It is nice and cool. I was worried it's going to be hot. That's why I wore swimming trunks, bro. One more thing. Hell, we talked about the hailstorm. It's been hailing like crazy.
It's been hail all the time.
You got any way to protect yours, or you just?
Well, the way our driveway is set up, my wife parks on this side of me and I back in, so her Durango took most of it the other day. So I got a couple dings here and there, but I'll just have one of my PDR guys when they come out push a couple of them.
Yeah, man, it's getting crazy with this hail. Well, I appreciate you coming on again, man.
Thank y'all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank y'all for tuning in to watch the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Definitely give this man a follow. Great truck, great build. He's done it right. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Your boy Q. Matt, you can say peace out to him.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I said Matt.
Michael.
Mike. Is Mike, you go by Michael? Mike.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching.
There we go. I'm going to leave all that in there, by the way. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all on this one, man. Peace.